This is Talk About Topeka on Gab Local TV. This episode is sponsored by Field of Greens and The Break Room. Here's your host, Chris Schultz.
Well, joining us here in the studio, we have Larry Goronsky. He is the executive director over at Topeka Performing Arts Center, and we're talking about a show that's coming up that you are not going to want to miss. I mean, like, it's worth $1 million, like maybe even like $1 Million Quartet wise.
It is.
Right?
It is worth $1 million because it's the $1 Million Quartet.
That's right.
Great Broadway touring musical, the official touring musical that recreates one of the most iconic evenings of all time. And it was December 4th, 1956, in the famed Sun Record Studios in Memphis, Tennessee, where Sam Phillips, the owner and recording engineer, was reviving the career of one Carl Perkins, who had some fame in writing the song Blue Suede Shoes.
I've heard of that song
But
somewhere.
he was sick the day that it was supposed to be performed by him on the Ed Sullivan Show, and so one Elvis Presley performed it, and it became his song.
What is this Elvis you speak of?
Exactly. So Elvis happens to walk into the studio while Carl is recording with a very unknown studio musician named Jerry Lee Lewis, who was adding a little rockabilly to Carl's otherwise standard country and blues. And meanwhile, while they're all gabbing and recording and just doing their thing, in walks Johnny Cash, who is also on the Sun Records label, and before you know it, history was made, because you as an audience will watch this famed recording session the one time it happened, and over 21 hit songs hit the stage, and it's a tremendous, tremendous show.
Amazing. Well, we have a video here. We're going to show you. Enjoy. $1 Million Quartet is coming up at Topeka Performing Arts Center on February 12th. Check it out. We'll be right back when it's done.
Based on the greatest jam session in recording history. 21 massive hit songs. 4 legends. Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash. One monumental night of rock and roll that explodes off the stage. $1 Million Quartet, the Tony Award-winning musical inspired by the phenomenal true story. On December 4th, 1956, they made rock and roll history. Legends aren't born, they are made. Experience the excitement,
All right, fellas, let's kick this party into high gear.
the passion, the heart and soul of rock and roll. This is the most fun you'll have all year. The men that defined a generation. The man that made them legends, and the music that will make you rock and roll. Don't miss the Tony Award-winning musical critics are raving about. The Hollywood Reporter calls $1 Million Quartet wildly entertaining. Jaw-dropping, exclaims the Chicago Tribune. The Associated Press raves it's musical fireworks. It whips the crowd into a frenzy, says the New York Times. This is a night of rock and roll you won't want to miss. $1 Million Quartet.
Wow. Wow.
It's like going to gospel, rockabilly, and country church.
Yeah, so much amazing music from
Yeah.
our past that shapes the music of today.
Absolutely.
It's just an amazing opportunity for people to get out and see such amazing talent on the stage over
And
at
that
TPAC.
woman in there, that's actually Elvis Presley's girlfriend.
Ah.
Not Priscilla. This is pre-Priscilla.
Uh-oh.
And she sings a fabulous rendition of Fever. So,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
I mean, you like torch songs, you got that. You like great stand-up bass, and they're wailing. And Jerry Lee, off the charts.
What an amazing show to bring to Topeka. I know so many people around here are going to love this thing. And what's it like bringing this show to TPAC, you know?
Well, you know, it's funny. I had heard that Topeka Civic Theater had a rousing production of the Buddy Holly story. And if people saw that show, they're going to love this because it's in that same realm and it's 4 of those icons. You're not going to get these folks back. Certainly when they talk about the king of rock and roll or the king, it's Elvis. And when you start seeing all of the other music that these other guys shaped, plus there's an a cappella version of Down by the Riverside, the old gospel song, and they just like drop the instruments and the clapping and they get right in front of the microphones. And I'm gonna lay down my bird, and it's great.
Down by the river.
That's it. Only
with free karaoke here.
Exactly. Go see them. Don't see.
They are definitely a lot better.
They're worth the price of admission.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's awesome. The $1 Million Quartet's going to be showing at TPAC February 12th. Live. This is so cool. You've got some really great shows coming up. Just in a few seconds here, tell us about what else is coming up this year.
Well, right after that, Danu, which is the famous Irish music ensemble from the counties of Waterford, Ireland, will be performing a matinee show on Sunday, February 28th. And that's to kick off the entire St. Paddy's Day holiday season.
Awesome.
And then you get to come on down March 3rd for the Price is Right live game show. And then we're going to kick you right in the comedy butt with Second City, fully loaded.
Awesome.
And then we will pick up with another great musical. We'll talk about it in another segment, Saturday Night Fever, the musical about John Travolta and Tony Manero. And then we end with the Blue Man Group on April 28th, and then we kick into our 25th anniversary season.
25 years coming up at TPAC. This is an incredible opportunity. Check out tpactix.org to get those tickets. You can buy the tickets on Ticketmaster as well. Check out the $1 Million Quartet. That's Friday, February 12th at Topeka Performing Arts Center. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much, Larry Goronsky, for joining us to tell us all about it. Really do appreciate it.